So I'm just really keen to understand what kind of research you do into your clubs, or before you take the next step.
I think there's two main things that you always look at is the people you're going to be working with in terms of who the owner is, who obviously whether it be the chief exec or the director of football or I mean there's so many different names for that type of role, which obviously Steve's got for us at the moment. But I think definitely Jimmy and Steve were big factors because you want people who you feel you can work with, who you can create a good bond with. You're aligned in terms of what the strategy of the club looks like in terms of do you see yourself being a good fit for that, and more importantly, can you implement it as to what they want, as well as looking at the squad. I think it's important as well that you go into a squad that you can look at and think that my sort of style that I would like to try and bring is going to suit the players at your disposal. Because if one or the other doesn't marry up, then yeah, that can be an issue. And we've seen probably examples over the years, some probably recently, some in the past, where somebody goes in and you look at it, you think, I don't think that's a good fit, and it ends up being the case that it doesn't really align. What I do feel is, I think my sort of working class background, my family's working class background, the way Millwall is, the grittiness that Millwall's got, what I was probably like as a player in terms of determination and tenaciousness and all those sort of characteristics, I think's embedded in Millwall. So, like you say, it felt like a good fit to me. What I will say, having came to the club now, but is the perception of Millwall to the reality of Millwall is a little bit different in the fact that although we've got this sort of hard exterior, which we have, and we never sort of give up and we never sort of lay down, if you like, there is also a real sort of family closeness element within the club, and it's a great mixture. And for me, it's allowed me to settle in really, really well.